This is Urdizzle back with the video of my personal best on Kaho Park that I just got today, and I thought I'd do a little video on it. So hole one, I usually go forehand on this one unless it's a strong left or right wind. So this is my Light Glide Ballista Pro. I usually like to just play it out here. Sometimes it goes long, but usually it either goes through the sand trap or if it's right, most of the time I'm never more than about 50, 60 feet away, which is for me putting range, and that's my whole goal, just get within putting range. So nothing too difficult about hole one. Hole two is where the money's at. I mean, this is where you really, if you're going to shoot a record round, you got to go for it. And so here I've got a pretty favorable wind of one, and I go wide right with the Glide Skip Ballista Pro. And when you land in that little valley right there, it's a coin flip as to whether you get a good kick. Sometimes you end up out here, sometimes you just stop and basically end up out of bounds. And so my throw-in, as with all my throw-ins, is the accurate windbreak fuse. Pretty much anything out to about 200 feet. Hole three, I throw a wind glide recoil, and my ideal shot here is just to kind of slam it short of the sand trap, let it slam it, basically that. Just hit early, hit the sand trap, and then it usually skips up out of the sand trap and ends up on the hill. Occasionally, if I don't leave it right enough, it kind of leaks out left and gets behind those bushes, but that's why I like to play low, hard, and right. All right, hole four. This is a very challenging wind, right to left of 4, and so I played that one way wide right, and I've actually played it that wide before and still gone out of bounds left. That is just an extremely difficult wind, but that was pretty much a perfect shot, and now I'm going to throw my accurate windbreak river just up over the top. And I like throwing the river there from that range just because it'll have a tendency to grab the ground. You could probably throw something like a musket or something a little faster, but you're kind of bringing in the back end of that. Could slide right out of bounds. All right, hole five. I love playing this wide route. I used to play up the middle, but I was having a lot of skips behind the bushes to the left, and it just wasn't ideal. So I've been playing it wide right. The only bad part about this is right here, you see I'm 77 feet away, is I would like to put a little hyzer on it to have it come back, because I want to putt that in. I don't really want to have to throw that in. So that was not at all what I wanted. All right, hole six. This is also a challenging wind, even though it does kind of favor what I want to do. Anybody that's played this hole with a wind of 4 knows that wind of 4 can really get out of hand and cause you to go way, way, way left, right, long, whatever. And I just got an extreme, I mean, even at the end there, got a nice roll. That was pretty much perfect. But definitely, even with that wind of 4, it's definitely not easy to get the distance and the left to right just perfect to get down there. So that was pretty much ideal. All right, hole 7, more tricky wind. So this is definitely not easy wind for this layout. Since it's right to left and I don't want to go out of bounds left, I want to head in through forehand. Obviously, you don't get quite the distance with forehand, but I'm in play, which is kind of where I want to be. Now with that wind of 4, I have to play it way, 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 way wide out here. So I'm going to throw my Light Glide Ballista Pro and just let it fade around. And I like to play it around the sand trap. I know some people like to slam it through there, kind of like I did on the earlier holes, but I would prefer playing it wide. That way there's pretty much no chance of going in the hazard and taking that extra stroke. So we are pretty much perfect now. All I have to do is birdie out, which everybody knows holes 8 and 9 on Kaho Park are no gimmies. And left to right wind of 3, this is not easy either. So these wins this round have been extremely challenging. And that one was good, but it went a little too far. Similar to the earlier holes, I really want to be in putting range, and I'm not. And so a headwind of 3, that one, I'll be honest, when it was midair, I thought I missed it. I thought I left it too high, but it was able to stick. And then I've actually had rounds like this going, and then I go into hole 9 and I end up messing it up. But here I just throw my accurate glide musket, and that is a perfect shot. And as soon as I threw that one, I knew that was going to be perfect. You could just tell by the way it was flying, and the wind was only 1. And I know I keep repeating myself here, but as long as I can get in putting range inside 60, 65, I'm happy. And we got the birdie, and there is my personal best, 13 under. And I believe that is close to the course record. I think somebody on the Facebook group has a 19, but I haven't seen any videos or screenshots. So for me, that's my personal best, 13 under. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing my course record in some very challenging wins on Kaho Park.